Okay, so let's start our today MA session. So I'm Momo. I'm the BD manager of Stability World AI, and today we have Eden, Mr. Eden from Kima Network. He's the CEO and co-founder of Kima Network, and today he will bring some deep insights into blockchain innovation and role in the Web3 ecosystem. We also have Mr. Steven, our CTO and co-founder. He's an expert in AI technologies and integrating them in decentralized platforms. So good morning from Mr. Eden's side and good afternoon from our side.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
So as these cutting-edge technologies continue to evolve, they are reshaping the industries and creating unprecedented opportunities. So in our AMA today, we will uncover how AI, blockchain, Web3, and AI agents doing and paving the way for the future. So let's two of our speakers say hello to everyone. Let Mr. Eden, can you introduce about you yourself and Kima Network, and also the plan for this year?
Yes, sure. So again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to present and discuss these topics today with the audience. So I'm Eitan Katz. I'm a co-founder and CEO of Kima. My own background starts, my career path starts over 3 decades ago. I started being a software engineer, and throughout the years I did a variety of roles in tech companies, both in very technical roles, but also more business and strategy roles, like product strategy, marketing, services, and so on. My acquaintance with the blockchain and crypto space started back in 2013. I came across a very interesting PDF file, 18 pages, the Nakamoto white paper. And that really was a mind-blowing experience for me. I really understood that things that I thought and everyone thought that are impossible are actually possible, to transfer funds and value, digital value, peer-to-peer without intermediaries, without relying on banks and other entities. So I saw the potential of the innovation in the nexus of the three forces, technological, financial, and the social one, and the potential impact on the business world, on the technological world, and on our own lives. So that really drew me in. I started buying and selling fractions of Bitcoin, and not as a financial investment, unfortunately. Back then, Bitcoin was priced at a few $100s. So it was mostly a technological experience. And early on, I saw the vulnerabilities of wallets. Back then, we didn't have Ledger and Trezor and cold wallets. So I thought that this is not something that is secure enough. And with two friends, we created the first MPC wallet for Bitcoin back in 2014. And since then, I was involved in projects. The wallet was an open source project. It wasn't a startup. I was involved as an advisor, as a founder, in a variety of projects. And that gets us to Kima, which we started back in 2021. over 3 years ago, and the goal was to enable interoperability. We were involved in a different project, and one of the challenges was how we can move funds between ecosystems, between centralized exchanges and blockchains like Solana into Ethereum. And that really created a research project. We looked at the available solutions. We were not happy with them, mostly from a security perspective, but also capabilities, because none of these projects provided a way to connect centralized exchanges and Web2 APIs in the traditional world. And we decided to build it on our own, and that became what Kima is today. So if I have to summarize it in one sentence, Kima is not a bridge in the DeFi sense. It's a bridge in the philosophical sense. We're providing infrastructure for bridging any type of ecosystem, including Web2 and Web3, enterprise backend systems, Web2 services, and obviously blockchains, wallets, cryptocurrencies, CBDCs, you name it, everything can be bridged over and settled with Kima, which functions as the settlement layer to remove the need for intermediaries, because there's no other solution today that doesn't use intermediaries and just a decentralized settlement to connect those disparate ecosystems. So that's the uniqueness of Kima. We have a patent pending. We're filing a couple of other patents. So we did everything. We built it as a proprietary architecture that is built upon battle-tested cryptographic algorithms, but the outcome is really to streamline the interconnectivity.
Thank you, Mr. Eden, for the lovely experience from decades ago till today. So I saw on Twitter that you guys gonna have listing on HTX on January 7, right? So can you share more about it? Share more information so the speaker know more about it?
Yeah, so we're planning a very important year. 25 is going to be a pivotal year for Kima. We've been busy building and researching and developing for the past 3 years. So about a month ago, we listed the token, which means that for us, that's the way for the community to participate in securing the network. The token purpose is security. We're a proof of stake network, so the token is used to stake, and the availability of the token in more exchanges means that it's more accessible and reachable, and that helps us to increase the community. The community can get involved by delegating the token to the validators, and therefore increase the security of the network. So as you said, we're getting prepared for the yet another listing with HTX, which will tap into the community that is trading on HTX, and will give these people yet another opportunity to join the Kima community, be part of it, and participate in our vision and mission.
Thank you, Mr. Eden. So you guys make sure to check out Kima Network and click on the notification bell for the latest news. So let's moving on to Mr. Steven. He's our CTO and co-founder. So can you introduce something about yourself, our project, and the plan for this year? Mr. Steven, can you hear me? Seems like there's something wrong, something with his microphone. That Mr. Steven, now you are the speaker now.
Hi everyone. Sorry for the technical interruption. Hi everyone. My name is Steven Trung, and I'm my first would like to show my pleasure to thank you for getting me to have a chance to speak with all of you, and especially Mr. Eitan from Kima network. So a bit about me. I joined the company with Stability AI since May this year, firstly as a technical advisor, and later on, which is a full-time CTO for now. And a bit about me, my background is I am the software developer in big data, and I started my career about 14 years ago. And firstly, I worked for the big data project, and worked for a few companies like Shopee, and in this I focus on big data and also the AI, but only in a very simple scope. And only in 2020, I joined Binance as a DevOps engineer. I has been working for the blockchain, and later on I'm working on some of the proof of concept and experience on the demo for the generative AI. And I can see that I can get a feeling that it may become the next big thing in for the future market. And fortunately, when I meet the CEO of World Stability AI, Mr. Jing, and that things become like a connection, click and connect to me, and I can see I like this is the reason why I joined, because I can see the vision of the Stability World AI is we aim to build a generative AI hub where we can incorporate different AI model and product into an ecosystem. So a bit about the company. So we are the World Stability AI. We are the revolutionary generative AI platform for Web3 creator, communities, and enthusiasts. So we allow users to create, to train, and deploy the custom AI models, as well as AI agent for the tasks like generating KOL models, videos, animation, and all integrated with the native token, which is the AIW. So this is the purpose for the simplest decentralized finance and creativity. So with the comprehensive tools and API protocol, we empower the projects to transform the social media into the personas, and developing the digital identities, and also explore the AI DeFi ecosystem as well. So it's the first gen to earn AI hub, so offering everything you need to build Web3 ideas into the reality.
Okay,
Thanks everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Steven, for sharing your idea and for the lovely introduction. So, what do you think makes our project Stability World AI unique compared to other AI projects?
Yeah, I can. I'm just talking from a technical perspective. Allow me a bit, because I'm a bit nervous to talk in a public speaking like this, because usually I'm just working in more on the technical. So I think our project have some of the unique selling point is from the big picture, right? We are incorporate all the different AI product into the ecosystem where we can we can have some key features include like we can tailor diverse use case with evolving flexibility, and the second functionality is a role play functionality where we have the dynamic immersive interaction. And next thing is the AI agent protocol where we can streamline collaboration, task assignment, and secure communication as well. So with extensibility and streamlined integration, so I believe we are redefining the innovation in the Web3 and also the AI space as well, where we can combine both the most of the notable feature of both industry together. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Steven, for the answer. So, Mr. Eden, I want to ask, do you think AI will play an important role in the Web3 long-term future?
Yes, obviously, yes. So AI is such a broad term. It means so many things. So I can relate to several things related to AI. So we have the predictive side of things. That's more the machine learning, deep learning, neural networks. So these are the maybe more if we can say that term, older technologies that have been around for several years, because everyone is so excited about generative AI right now. But we shouldn't forget that AI is many things. One of the capabilities is not just to generate content, but also to analyze data and predict stuff, or categorize stuff, or we have computer vision. We have so many fields, and in DeFi, obviously, many things can be automated and predicted. If we're talking about TradeFi, the trading side of things, so we already see very common use of AI algorithms for trading bots, high frequency trading, and different other types of trading. And this thing will only increase and would become the norm rather than the things for edge. Because if you will not be equipped with AI, it will be like going out to a battlefield with an arrow and a bow, trying to fight jets, fighter jets, and artillery and rifles. So that's the playing field right now, and this thing will probably continue. Another thing that is very hot topic is AI agents, where computer programs become autonomous because they now can think. They can be trained and think by themselves, and we don't need a person, a human being, to press a button, click something, or invoke something by herself. Now we can have autonomous agents that will replace those human beings, and they will be trained continuously and perform activities. So that could be things like fraud prevention, obviously trading, as we discussed earlier, and a variety of other use cases in DeFi, in Web3 that done today manually and will be replaced. So everything that is related to generative AI, and really I think that the Stability World AI is a great example for the use of generative AI and creating business models around it. So that's an amazing feature or capability that is being fed and is being fueled by generative AI capabilities. But underneath that, there is a financial aspect. And again, things, and this is the role that Kima may have, is to enable the financial aspects and provide interoperability across blockchain AI infrastructure.
Thank you, Mr. Eden. So, as you mentioned that Kima is working on to bridge with AI infrastructure. So, do you guys have any plan to combine the concept of the AI technology with DeFi in the future?
Yes. Obviously, this is something that we cannot and we do not want to ignore. So AI is coming everywhere, including DeFi, as I just described. And so Kima's role in this world, we think that we have a very unique and great opportunity to provide something that nobody else provides. So AI agents, they themselves are in some way the middle between Web2 and Web3. So they live, some of them may live on a blockchain. Some of them may live in a more traditional infrastructure. So we see deep-in, we see traditional infrastructure. And Kima's vision is to interconnect or solve the fragmentation problem. And with AI frameworks, we see yet another dimension of fragmentation. So if we're thinking of AI agents that need to communicate or pay each other, and they're coming from different frameworks, so how can that really happen? And that's where Kima's solution can come in, because this is exactly the type of abstraction that we provide. So agents will be able to message each other, they will be able to pay each other regardless of the currency that they need to use. So if one AI needs to do a micropayment to another AI, and they are in completely different countries, so how they need to transact? Is it through stable coins? On which, what type of stable coin? Is it USDC, USDT? On which network? Do they have to maintain wallets on every network so the other agent can accept the payments? Or so Kima's solution is to say, you don't need to care about it. You don't need to really hold any wallets. You have a stable coin, you have Bitcoin, you have Ethereum, you have whatever asset that you have for payment purposes. You don't care what the other side accepts, because if the transaction goes through Kima takes care of the interoperability. It will do the swaps in the decentralized way. No need to rely on an intermediary here. It will just happen because Kima takes the heavy lifting out of this transaction. So the payer and the payee don't need to standardize on a specific payment rail or payment currency, because Kima abstracts the fragmentation and the differences between those parties. So that's just one example how Kima's payment rail, we call it a universal payment rail, where you integrate Kima and you don't care about the other side's payment needs. That's how Kima can provide value. And the other thing is the messaging, secure messaging transfer. Again, with Kima's messaging capability between disparate ecosystems, two parties can exchange messages in a secure way, in a private way, without point-to-point integration.
Thank you, Mr. Eden. I think that in the future, maybe AI agents will help to bridge the gap between Web2 and Web3 in the future. So thank you. And Mr. Steven, our project is developing AI agents. So can you share some insight of it?
Yeah. So I would like to share from the high-level infrastructure model. So firstly, we have a basic infrastructure spanning across multi-cloud, because we want to optimize the costs and the costs, because AI generating, it has a lot of require a lot of infrastructure and cost as well. So firstly, we have hybrid model span across cloud, mainly Amazon and Google Cloud, as well as the on-demand, the on-prem servers as well. So depends on the task, we might need to distribute tasks across those clouds. So in the clouds, we have the base infrastructure where we build a lot of big data pipeline to collect and aggregate the base data, and then from there we build a lot of AI AI generating engine, which is processing those data, and sometimes we need to collect from the external sources as well. And once we already have, then we have our from the public end point of view, we have the public APIs where you can consume the data generating by those models. And of course, we are planning to the blockchain as well, and this is the where we are right now, which is to connect this data infrastructure and AI generating model with the blockchain, and that's the reason why we have the AIW, the coin, native coin, to be born, and in the step integration with other platform that we have in the ecosystem. And I hope that Kima Network will become one of very potential partner with us in this expansion, this kind of interoperability and interconnection model as well. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Steven. So, do you think what are some risks and challenges you see in the future for integrating AI and DeFi?
From the infrastructure point of view, I can see the main bottleneck still is the network connectivity, because when we connecting with more and more users and a partner, we might experience some networking issues, including the delay, and one of the key challenges that we need to keep involving is how to upgrade the data with the latest input, the train. So one of the key solution I can think of is to expanding the crawling source as well as the input source, maybe from not only from internally, but we may allow for the external partner to become one of our collector in the future as well, to enhance our data input. And I believe as our product is mainly for the B2C, so customer and users also play an important role in this scenario as well.
Thank you, Mr. Steven. And how about you, Mr. Eden? So do you think what are some key risks and challenges in integrating AI and DeFi?
So again, if we talk about agents, we see, since our perspective obviously is in interoperability and security, which go hand in hand. We see several challenges here. One is the identity part. So if we're having two AI agents that need to transact or communicate, and they need to message each other, how can you trust the messaging coming from the other agent if you don't know, there is no way to verify the message? So there's a complex, there needs to be a complex process of key management and exchanging keys in order to communicate. Now, if you think of a world where you have millions or billions of agents potentially messaging each other, coming from endless frameworks, how can you maintain this in a scalable way, yet secure without compromising security? So that's one challenge that we're solving with the Kima infrastructure. The other challenge is related to payments. Again, we know the payment fragmentation challenge since the humans began transacting with each other, so we had multiple currencies with multiple forms of money, and how do you manage the interoperability? That became even more prevalent when money became digital. So now you have countries, you have types of currencies, types of commodities, different ways to provide exchange rates. So how do you manage the interoperable payment? And how do you do it cross-border in a both secure and fast way? Because we cannot wait for business days to send money between two agents. Everything has to happen instantaneously, and that's where blockchain comes into play, because a blockchain transaction is settled once the blockchain state has been final. So this is why stablecoins are so compelling in terms of cross-border payments. But agents don't have borders, but money does have borders. So how do you reconcile all these things? And that's, again, with the Kima Universal Payment Rail, all of that is sorted out, is abstracted for the agents, so they can autonomously transact and pay even micropayments. And the third challenge, so one is related to identity and verification. The second is about payment. The third challenge is about privacy. How do you ensure privacy of data? Sometimes it's not such a big deal, but if we're looking at DeFi transactions, for instance, financial information is private and it cannot be disclosed. So we have regulations about private financial data. We cannot just put on the blockchain all the data in open text available, because that's not something that people will accept. So privacy preserving messaging is yet another challenge. And again, this is something that we solve with our infrastructure. So these are three challenges that we see with AI agents as they will proliferate. Security, payment, and privacy are things that we think that will need to be solved for this technology to really become ubiquitous.
Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Eden. Me and the listener are really looking forward for the development of the Kima network for the future. So, apart from the idea that you said, so how do you plan to lower the barriers to entry for users that are unfamiliar with the blockchain and can ensure their adoption to the AI-powered DeFi tools?
Yeah, so I think that from day one, this is really something that we had as a guiding principle. How we enable the adoption of our parents to this nascent, in many ways, a very complex technology. So there are many angles and layers to that, but we are tackling one layer, and that is, again, the challenges for adoption that stem from the fragmentation. So people don't want to be exposed to the effect that there are so many blockchains. They don't want to hold multiple wallets. They don't even want to be exposed to the notion of addresses and crypto wallets and gas fees. So whatever can be abstracted needs to be abstracted. We need to eventually have a Web2 like financial experience. If I want to send money to my friend, I do it with Venmo, or every country has its own application for instant money transfer. In an app, in an instant action, 1-2 clicks, I just put the amount, I choose a person from my contact list, and that's it. All the rest is done. Behind the scenes, we have a lot of complexity, but the user experience is seamless. Now, if we have multiple blockchains and multiple stablecoins and multiple currencies and multiple wallets, that is not a very robust user experience. And all of that can be simplified if we have an interoperability layer. So obviously there are more things to that, but our angle is really to provide a simple user experience or contribute to it by removing the fragmentation and the differentiation challenges that we have in this space.
Thank you, Mr. Eden. So with the same question, Mr. Stevens, so how do you plan to lower the barriers for user who's unfamiliar with the blockchain?
I think if you take a look into our word stability apps, and which is our product, right? We try to creating a comprehensive experience, making it become like game or the task for the user to try, both purpose, whether you can play it for fun to learn about the blockchain, or as well as to serve their work. And by interacting with the practicing, we believe that gradually users can learn about the product, not only about the product, and about the blockchain as well. So, for example, one example is when they can play with the product, but when we come into the payment and receive a coin, they can learn how to interact with the decentralized web apps as well as wallet, and learn how to deposit and withdraw the crypto as well. So, in summary, practicing and the product itself should provide a good experience so that the user can gradually learn and familiar with the blockchain as well. And I can say this is somehow we can indirectly educate the users for the blockchain.
Thank you so much, Mr. Steven. So as you're talking about our project, so do you think that will there be any planned features to integrate or maybe cross collaboration platform between our project and with the Kima network to further enhance DeFi and AI capabilities?
Yes, I can from the product perspective, I can see we are very strong at the with virtual reality and for the Kima network is very strong on both for the AI and the blockchain as well. And I believe we can have a lot of chance to work in together, especially to integration the Kima network, the protocol with some of our potential product in the future.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Steven. And how about Mr. Eden? So what about your point of view about our project? And do you think we can do some further integration or cross-platform collaboration? Maybe.
Yes, definitely. I think so. Kima is an infrastructure layer specializing in security and payment, and we are constantly looking for leading platforms for the applicative use cases. And I think what Stability World AI is developing this amazing generative AI and AI agent technology. So people can build on top of Stability World AI. They can create content, they can create agents, and we would, I think that Kima can become a component in the stack that the Stability World AI in its offering to your users, so you don't and they don't have to be disturbed by security problems, interoperability issues. So I see a lot of synergy here between the two offerings.
So it sounds like we're heading to the next step, next generation of the blockchain technology, especially in the AI and AI agents. So so maybe this is the end of our AMH session today, and thank you, Mr. Eden and Mr. Steven, for this lovely insight. Mr. Eden, so do you have any closing remark for our lovely listener and audience?
Yes. So again, thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about Kima and its interoperability vision with your audience. I'm very, very optimistic about this type of synergies with platforms like Stability World AI. And I do encourage the audience here to become part of the Kima community. Join our social media, follow us, and when saying become part of the community, I mean become part of the securing the network, providing ideas, becoming part of our very lively community, and actively you can be part of the Kima network by delegating tokens. This is the best contribution to take our vision forward.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Eden. So, wish the Kima network have the bright future for this year, and make sure that you guys have noted down the day that Kima will list it on HTX. Will be January 7, and make sure to note it on your phone or on your calendar. And Mr. Steven, do you have any closing remark you want to talk with our audience and with our co-host Kima Network?
Yeah, I would like to show my gratitude. Thanks everyone for joining our talking session today, especially Mr. Eitan as well. And we note about the day that Kima Network will be listed in SX, and we're looking for the future collaboration between us as well, from especially from infrastructure perspective, where we can connect our product and to be seamlessly, like you say, interoperability between the two platforms and to the whole market. Yeah, thank you everyone.
Okay, thank you, two of our lovely speakers, Mr. Eden and Mr. Steven, and also our co-host, Kima Network. And be sure to check their Twitter and put on the notification bell. And that's it. Thank you, our lovely speaker for today. Wish you have a nice noon from your side, and it's afternoon now, and have a nice day too.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, thank you very much. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.